Hello everyone, Santaduck2, welcome to another Fabric Mod overview, this time on X Radiation. The mod simply adds in a X-ray feature that you can customize as well as just press via key binding. So yeah, we'll take a look real quick. So if we go to keybinds, we can see the following two right at the bottom, that being V and X by default, V for the screen, X for toggling. So if we go with X, it'll immediately go to the X-ray mode, and you can see pretty much many of the ores and fluids and many of the other blocks are obviously removed from view. And we can change that again by just removing it. If we just check performance, not doing too bad with it, even with the transitions, not too bad. Okay. Now, if we press the V key, it'll come up with the following here. Now, it's always going to show a creative-like menu here. And you can see that obviously some are highlighted, specifically ores only. If there's other blocks you obviously want to specify that you want to be shown when you're in X-ray mode, then yeah, you can pretty much select those. If we go to, say, wood, for example, we can go yes, I assume. If we do that, we can now see wood on trees, but no leaves. We go to the following again, and we don't want logs, for example, we can remove them. We can do this again, and for some reason didn't. Okay, so I can do, there we go, so doing that again seems to work. You can undo, if you want, any to be selected and done, I guess? Nope. Okay, so we'll try again. I am still new to this, so you can go yes often to turn it off, but if you go no, it'll do the same thing. It's just the order you present it, I guess. So yes, and then no doesn't do anything. Okay, so that'll be pretty much either you're selecting that it can be, and then if you're saying you don't want it to, but then you're confirming that you don't want it to, I think, is the purpose of that. So we go yes, that's that. Then we go yes again, it's going to just remove it. Okay, so we do that. Selected that constantly is not going to do anything, but that, okay, that's weird. So we just go on here, my guess is that it's going to just remove that one. It's very strange. Interesting. So for any you've selected, which you can select multiple of, it'll apply it as well. That's supposed to be an undo, I think. Yeah, that's supposed to be an undo at a guess, or previously selected maybe, I think is more so the purpose of that, rather than undo function. At a guess. Obviously you can look through many different types of the filters, the different creative tabs, as well as just obviously the typical search, and you could search anything like a chest, or any other type of ore, or certain stairs, or something like that. But yeah, other than that, it's just an easy way of having you to see through the world, harvest ores if you want, or I guess scope out specific things like wood, for example, among a bunch of other blocks. But yeah, obviously X-ray is not usually a good thing on servers because, you know, cheating. But if you were to use this mostly in single player, you'd probably be fine. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much everything. There is a config though, but you can't access this via mod menu. So if you just check here, you can see there's no icon there. But this is pretty much just going to list those that are going to sort of work with it. So these are the default here. So all the different ores, including even ancient debris for netherite. And you've also got obviously the previous chunk culling enabled setting and enabling or disabling, I assume, the X-ray in general. You've got fluids that can be seen, and you've got add blocks and fluids or remove blocks and fluids, as I assume certain functions or features regarding the following here. So I'm assuming this is if you add additional ones, or it's the in progress maybe of it before it adds it to the list. I don't know. Well, I should try this with a log and find out. So if we go back here, because we don't need that, we're building blocks. Actually, we've got our oak log already, so we'll just remove this version of the config file. We'll reopen it, and we'll see oak logs now there. So if we do this with, for example, sand, and we say yes, I'm assuming that'll just appear in the following. That's in the add blocks category now. So that's pretty much the, if you're going to add it, and then we can say that, and that's going to be different. That's now in there. So that's allowed apparently? That's odd. I don't have any here, so obviously I'll need to get some. But, oops, that's not what I wanted. Interesting. So it says allowed, but it's not actually... Okay. Maybe it's just because of previous selection options, I guess. That's gonna view it now there, but if we go to the actual config, you can see it's now allowed. Okay, so maybe this is probably previously allowed blocks, and you've got those that have been added since, and then otherwise, I guess, is how that works. Otherwise though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.